So I'm here to just explain a little bit, not about, so that you can learn not just who you're going to vote for, but also how you'll vote. So in Minneapolis, we use a process called ranked choice voting. And what this means, simply put, is that instead of voting for one person, you get to rank your candidates in order of your preference. So you get to rank your first, second, and third choice. And in ranked choice voting, we require that candidates win with a majority of votes. That means they have to have 50% plus one of the total votes in order to win. So it doesn't, because you're ranking your candidates, it doesn't mean that you get more than one vote. It just means you're ranking your preferences so that if your first, the only time that your second choice vote will come into play is if your first choice candidate doesn't have enough votes to win, is the lowest vote getter, and is eliminated, your vote is not wasted. Your vote is then transferred to your second choice. So what that means for you as a voter is that you can vote your heart, vote your issues, and not have to worry about wasting your vote, which we often feel when we're gridlocked into two-party politics. So it's a good thing in my mind. So it gives you more choice and more power to elect the people that share your values. How do we get this process? In 2006, the people of Minneapolis voted on a referendum similar to the marriage amendment or voter ID, where we said yes or no, do we want ranked choice voting to be the way we vote for municipal elections? And people overwhelmingly said yes. And so we passed it then. We used it in 2009. But this year with a competitive election, it's really the first true test to the system. How is this different? So like I mentioned earlier, ranked choice voting ensures that candidates win with a majority, 50% plus one. But in the old system, we used to have two elections. We had an August primary and a November general election. The August primary is where we narrowed down the field of candidates to just two. But the problem is that in Minneapolis, as low as 5% in some communities showed up to the primary, and as high as 10%. Which is a very small demographic of people that are choosing our two choices for us in November. And so this eliminates the primary, so we have more candidates to choose from in November. So I would encourage you, as you listen to the wonderful candidates tonight, I've had a privilege of getting to see you like 4 dozen times. And I still am undecided, crazily enough. But as you listen to them, I encourage you to think differently, not in terms of, who's the leading candidate or who is the party, or, think about the issues that you care about most, right? And think about who is strongest on those issues. Whoever is strongest, vote for them as your first choice. But if you couldn't have them, if they're not going to have enough votes to win and they're eliminated, then pick a second choice, right? Because you'd rather have a say in who is elected than not having a say. So I encourage you to use the full power of your vote and rank all the way down. It is your right to vote, and it is your right to rank your vote, right? So I encourage you, use the full power of your vote. Vote your first, second, and third choice. And with that, I'll leave you with the candidates.